Music licensing reimagined.
Welcome to the ICT Express Group.
Chapter 1. Introduction to SDLC. In this chapter, we will explore the Software Development Lifecycle, SDLC, and its significance in software development. SDLC is a structured approach that outlines the steps involved in creating high-quality software. It helps ensure that software is developed efficiently, meets user requirements, and undergoes proper testing and maintenance. We will discuss the following phases of SDLC: requirements gathering, analysis, design, development, testing, deployment, and maintenance. Activity. Divide students into groups and ask them to research and present examples of software development projects that failed due to a lack of adherence to SDLC principles. Discuss the potential consequences of not following SDLC. Chapter 2. Requirements. Gathering requirements. Gathering is the foundation of any software development project. In this chapter, we will learn how to gather and document user requirements effectively. Techniques such as interviews, surveys, and observations are used to understand what users expect from the software. Accurate documentation of requirements ensures that developers have a clear understanding of the project goals. Activity. Provide a case study or scenario where students can practice gathering requirements. Ask them to create a requirements document based on the given information, highlighting the essential features and functionalities. Chapter 3. Analysis. The analysis phase focuses on thoroughly examining the gathered requirements to ensure they are complete, consistent, and feasible. In this chapter, we will learn various techniques for analyzing requirements, such as data flow diagrams, use cases, and prototypes. These techniques help identify potential issues and ensure that the software will meet the needs of the users. Activity. Assign students a small project and ask them to create a use case diagram and a prototype to illustrate the analyzed requirements. They can present their work and discuss the rationale behind their design decisions. Chapter 4. Designing the software. Architecture and user interface is crucial for a successful project. In this chapter, we will explore the design phase, which includes architectural design, interface design, and database design. We will discuss principles such as modularity, scalability, and user-centered design to create a robust and user-friendly software solution. Activity. Divide students into teams and assign each team a different type of design, architecture, interface, or database. Ask them to create detailed design documentation, including diagrams and explanations, showcasing their understanding of the design principles. Chapter 5. Development. The development phase involves coding and programming the software based on the design specifications. In this chapter, we will discuss the selection of programming languages and tools, and the importance of following coding standards and best practices. Students will learn how to write clean and maintainable code, ensuring that the software functions correctly. Activity. Provide a coding exercise or a small program with incomplete code. Ask students to work individually or in pairs to complete the code, adhering to coding standards. They can then present their solutions and discuss the logic behind their implementation choices. Chapter 6. Testing is a critical phase that ensures the software is free of bugs and functions as expected. In this chapter, we will explore different types of testing, such as unit testing, integration testing, and system testing. Students will learn how to create test cases, execute tests, and report and track issues found during testing. Activity. Provide a set of test cases and ask students to perform testing on a sample software application. They should document the results, including any bugs or issues encountered, and propose solutions or improvements. Chapter 7. Deployment. Continued production. It is essential to ensure that the software is properly installed, configured, and integrated with the existing systems. Additionally, providing user training and comprehensive documentation is crucial for a successful deployment. Activity. Divide students into groups and assign each group a deployment scenario, such as deploying a web application, mobile app, or enterprise software. Ask them to create a step-by-step deployment plan, including installation instructions, configuration settings, and user training materials. They can present their deployment plans to the class and discuss any potential challenges or considerations. Chapter 8. Maintenance. Software maintenance is an ongoing process that involves bug fixing, updates, and enhancements to keep the software running smoothly and meeting changing user needs. In this chapter, we will explore the importance of ongoing maintenance and support. Students will learn how to handle user feedback, prioritize and resolve issues, and implement updates and improvements. Activity. Provide students with a sample software application and ask them to identify areas that require maintenance and improvement. They can create a maintenance plan, including bug fixes, updates, and enhancements, and present their plan, explaining the rationale behind their choices. Chapter 9. Conclusion and Recap. In this final chapter, we will recap the key points covered in each phase of the SDLC. Students will have the opportunity to ask questions and clarify any remaining doubts. Encourage them to reflect on the importance of following a structured approach to software development and the benefits it brings in terms of quality, efficiency, and customer satisfaction. Activity. Conduct a group discussion where students share their thoughts and reflections on the SDLC process. Ask them to provide examples of real-world software development projects that successfully followed SDLC principles and the positive outcomes they achieved. Encourage students to continue exploring and expanding their knowledge of the SDLC by exploring real-world case studies, industry best practices, and staying updated with emerging trends and methodologies.
Music licensing reimagined.
Welcome to the ICT Express Group.